Ohiopyle State Park. 3:27 p.m. January 19, Thursday, 2023. We're going on the old disestablished trails that used to be here along the between the Great Gorge Trail, which is right up there, and then if you look at the guard railing up there, you see where the cars are. So literally 300 yards or less to where the cars are is these old trails here in Ohiopyle along the Ohiopyle River, which is making a racket, and we're walking in the direction of downstream. And our goal for today is to get to the great big white pine tree, which is up here, probably about 300 yards from where we're at. And I'm just kind of off trail using the old trails. The old trails are pretty much discontinued. Nobody really hikes along the shoreline too much. But if you do, we're heading towards the white pine, which you can see from Cucumber Rapids. I did another video today and other videos on other days of it, what it looks like from Cucumber Rapids boulder field area. If you're standing in the boulder field area of Cucumber Rapids and you look downstream, there's lots of people come here. Look at this, somebody left their water bottle right here on the trail. So much debris gets left over here over the years. This is almost a trail. This would be a trail that runs parallel to the river, and right up there 100 yards is the Great Gorge Trail, and then another 150 yards is the guardrail for the car trail. So we're literally right next to civilization here. It's one of the great things about Ohiopyle State Park. You can be in the wild in minutes. All right, so there are some tracks from some sort of animals. They must be sleeping here at night. Probably, it's kind of hard to see. Coyotes? Is that a coyote print right there? Hard to say. A couple more there. I think it looks like he came up this way, looking for a place to sleep. All along the river shore, there's a lot more life. When you get this deep in the side trail forest, you want to stay to your left, further away from the river. As you're walking down river, there are cliffs right up there, and you don't want to be slipping over the cliffs. So I try to stay well above the cliffs. Here's an example of a very old tree fall right on the trail. These down little brooks interrupt. There's a whole rock pile here. I guess this is some natural thing a natural geologist would know all about. Why they form these steep embankments, like these rocks formed a nice steep embankment to allow the little former brook right in front of us. Here's the steep trail. All right, so the white pine is ahead of us here, roughly in that direction. It's hard to see it. It's always been my problem of not being able to see it. What I want to do is get to it and look straight up the white pine. See if that's going to be doable. It looks like I'm going to walk up so I don't slip there. I like winter hiking, January like this. It's only 50 degrees today, 55 or something. January 19. My walking stick is a beaver cut walking stick that I picked up along the river shore, took it home and polyurethaned it. I taped the tip of it so it doesn't split apart. That'll probably last me a year or so. Sometimes you get into these situations where you're starting to slip, put all your weight on your stick and it snaps, so then you got to go find a new one. Hiking in the winter avoids the snakes, avoids the ticks, and you can see everything. It's easier to see the stickers than the poison oak and poison ivy. Okay, we're looking for the massive white oak. Should be about 150, 200, 300 yards away from it. Here's another one of these giant pines. I don't think that's it though. Hiked down here several times and not found the tree, so I might need to give myself an hour. At my pace, I don't like to rush things anymore. I hate falling down in the mud and the slop. Is a perfect example of a sort of a dry ancient brook, which only is full of water when there's lots of rain, and those are your natural sidewalks. Although that probably leads right on down to what I call Stick Beach Party Beach, which is right there, and the boulders right there. So we haven't gone very far at all. We've gone maybe 100 yards, 200 yards. We got another 300 yards to go. Oops. And then, as you walk along, you learn how to touch things gently, because you got all these trees that got major stickers on them. Just poked my thumb. So you learn how to walk like an old person. If you walk like an old person, like you wouldn't want to walk straight over there because you'd fall right off the cliff, then when you do touch stickers and stuff, they don't totally rip you apart. Interesting. Just looking at my walking stick, and it has this little deformity in it. And my walking stick, when it was a little shoot, it was coming up from the ground like this, and then a beaver chopped it off and it tipped over, washed down river, and it never became a big tree. But look at that big tree right ahead of us. It's got almost a similar dimension, imperfection caused by whatever, something I never, but anyways, just shows you the what do you call it, stuff in nature that is all kind of like parallel and related and rough geometric form. Yeah, it has to be a playground area to hike in. I recommend only hiking here in the winter, early spring, late fall, because then you avoid the snakes and you avoid the ticks, and you can see stuff better. Right now it's perfect January. It's only 50 some degrees today. Okay, so we'll see. We coming close to our tree? I don't think so.